So today we are in San Diego in the Newbie Drone headquarters. This is why I have such a pretty setting around me today. And we are going to make a video for ETHiX. I'm doing this video today because I've been asked by a lot of people what is my role inside ETHiX. And I think this needs a little bit of explanation. I don't think I have explained clearly on my channel why I'm part of ETHiX, so I'm going to quickly do it now. So the ETHiX guys, the pilots that are already working for ETHiX, are accomplished pilots, like you probably know it already. And when they created the company, they were looking for another content creator that could also represent the brand. So they could use this person to display their method of improvement, their formulas, and all the advices you have to follow if you want to progress in the hobby. So they picked me to try the formula and then show you guys that, well, it works. So today's video is going to be about 3 main advices that I'm going to try to share with you, and these are 3 ways that I use to improve in the hobby. I mean, skill-wise and, knowledge-wise. It's going to be hopefully really useful to you too, and that's what I want to talk about today. My first advice is about saving time and saving you some efforts while you choose what you want to use. What I mean by that is don't try everything that comes out. Don't try all the new trends. Don't be like, this is brand new, I have to try it, I wonder if it's good, everyone talks about it. It's not the right thing to do when you want to keep some consistency in your training and your learning phase. So the main thing you need to remember is it's good to start with like a whole setup, and you will only change a few things once at a time. You don't change your whole gear at a time. Now I've been using this setup since November last year and I haven't changed anything except I've installed Crossfire on my Rooster, but basically that's the only upgrade I've done. So what I meant by spend more time than money is spend more time understanding what your needs are and buy what you need according to what you want to do in the hobby. Try to find out if you prefer 5-inch, 3-inch, what if you want to fly long range. So think about it first and then buy accordingly to your will. Of course, if you're starting right now, you will have to figure out which frame you prefer. If you prefer bottom mount, top mount, you will have more things to figure out than someone who's a little bit used to fly already. But what I meant is that of course you can experiment, but don't spend too much time trying to change your gear all the time and testing the new stuff, because at the end of the day it doesn't help your progress in the hobby. So my second tip is a little bit less serious, it's a little bit more entertaining. It's about progressing in groups of people. So I had this special lifetime last year that allowed me to travel a lot in Australia, but also in Asia, and now I'm in the US. And because of this, I've been able to meet a lot of different pilots, a lot of different people involved in the hobby, and I've learned a lot just, interacting with these people. So what I've noticed with flying with other people is that your skills improve a lot when you do so, even without you noticing it, because what's happening is these people take you to their spots and you can see how they fly at their spots because you're watching them, and then you can straight away try the new tricks you've learned by seeing them doing it, and you can try at their spots. So basically it's the ideal spot to train because that's where they are doing their tricks and that's where you've just seen them. And also it's really motivating, to share this experience with people. You want to try new things because you're like, oh, this guy has this kind of level that I would like to reach and he's doing it here, so maybe I can try, and then you push yourself more when you fly with other people. So yeah, my main tip is try to find people that have a better level than you, who inspire you or who have just a different style than yours, and this way you can open yourself to new possibilities. And because you're flying, you're interacting with these people, it's almost like you're not forcing yourself to learn, and then the next time you go and fly by yourself, you discover that your brain has memorized all these tricks and all these new things that you've learned with people. And the main reason that your brain remembers is because you've had fun with these people, so your brain is more likely to remember all these new things that you learned that day with them. So of course you're gonna tell me that it's not easy to meet people, or it's hard to be free and travel and meet new people. So for example, before I was traveling, I was living for 2 years and a half in the middle of the desert in Australia, and all I had to interact with people was internet. And the good thing with internet is that you can make simulators work online. So I was flying with one of our friends from France while I was in Australia, and we would do velocidrone sessions together, and that's also how we improved together. And we were showing each other what we could do. We had like this game of quad going on. Of course it's on a simulator, but nowadays the simulators are pretty realistic, especially velocidrone. You can have a look at my previous video for ETHiX about the settings you can put in velocidrone so it looks like almost real life flying. Anyway, this was really useful to us, and like I said, I was like in the middle of the desert. I was still interacting with someone, and it was really helpful learning all these new skills and tricks, even though we were like thousands of miles away from each other. My last tip might seem really obvious, but I've seen so many people neglecting this kind of things. It's mainly go for the easy hacks in the community. What I mean by that is that a lot of people know all the little tricks that other people do, and they don't apply it to themselves. For example, on my quad, I'm running reverse props. So it means that my motors are spinning the opposite way as most of people's motors. You can easily do that in Betaflight. Now it's also available in KISS. And I don't know for the other ones like Butterfly or Raceflight, but I'm guessing that it's possible as well. I did that because I was sick of getting stuck in trees. Since I've reversed my props, I've hardly been in a tree. I think last time I was stuck in a tree, it was in Miami. It was a giant tree, and it's because I didn't disarm soon enough. But usually when I hit a tree, I bounce against it because instead of rolling inside the branches, I just get ejected. The second interesting thing with this reverse prop is that you don't get anything on your camera anymore. You don't have like all the grass and leaves, and it's just going, you know, away from it. So I always have a clear FPV feed, which is really convenient as well. Some people would argue that my flight controller, well, my stack here is getting dirty. But I mean, it's important to clean your quad as much as you can. So not exactly like I'm doing now, but you will have to clean it anyway. So I'd rather not have anything happening during my flight, cleaning my quad after the session, than, you know, for the sake of keeping it clean, having like things happening on my FPV feed while I fly. This is an example of a little trick that some people apply, but not everyone. There are many like this, like turtle mode, DVR, always record DVR. I've met a lot of people that still not doing it. I've seen some people who didn't know you have to deactivate the stabilization on your GoPro session, because if you don't do so, you will have all this jello, and some people were trying to find what was the issue with the quad, and they didn't know they had the stabilization on the session. So try to find all these little tricks that you like and that will work for you, and then it's less like struggle in your everyday life. Soon I think I will install on my Fat Shark the, you know, on-off button instead of having to plug in and out all the time. If you're interested in a tutorial video, if you want to see that on my channel, let me know in the comment section. I'd be happy to share that with you too. So this is something I've seen is working really well for a lot of people already. This is why I'm really interested to try it. But yeah, you just have to find all these little tricks that you will like and that will make your life easier, and do them because they actually make your life easier, not because everyone's doing it. For example, I don't have an OSD. I use the telemetry alerts to know how much my battery is empty. And a lot of people don't understand why I don't use OSD. It's just that I find my telemetry alerts more precise. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you today. I'm sorry if you knew already all these things, but after my 6 weeks road trip here in the US, I realized that a lot of people didn't know all these little advices and would struggle or would ask some questions, and I thought it would be good if all these 3 advices were like gathered in one video. So that's it for today's ETHiX video. I hope you understood a little bit my role inside ETHiX now. I just want to remind you a little bit the schedule. So every week you have one of the pilots of ETHiX doing a tutorial video like this one on their channel. That's where you can find the content. Also every Wednesday on each of our channel you're gonna see a live video which is called 3 Tricks Wednesday ETHiX video, and that's when you can find some time to interact with us and ask us to do some tricks. And same, it's on each pilot's channel. And in general, when you want to have like a look at the whole ETHiX content, you can go to the website I'm gonna put a link in the description. That's where you're gonna find all of our channels, the social medias, and our content and products. So thanks for watching this video. It was a little break in my US trip series. It's gonna start again after this video. More vlogs are coming. I think the next one is gonna be about Detroit or maybe California. I'm still not too sure yet. So stay tuned for what's coming. I wish you a happy Tuesday, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.